They say the mind of Abu Nawas was like a desert, wind-untamable, unpredictable, and full of mystery. In Baghdad, his stories were whispered in every tea house, laughed about in every alley, and feared in every palace chamber. But none of his tales baffled the city more than the day he rode into the market square on an invisible donkey. It began with a rumor. As the sun rose over the golden dome of the palace, a whisper raced through the city like wildfire. Abu Nawas is riding a donkey no one can see, they said. Children abandoned their games. Merchants left their stalls. Even the guards tilted their heads in disbelief. By the time Abu Nawas reached the central fountain, a crowd had gathered. They stared, some with wide eyes, others with smirks. He sat upright, legs spread, as if straddling a mount, reins held tight in the air. His eyes were calm, his pace slow and deliberate. "Make way," he called. "My donkey tires easily in crowds." Laughter erupted. A butcher clapped his hands. "Abu Nawas, have you lost your mind?" Abu Nawas didn't flinch. "My donkey is rare," he said. "It is invisible, but stronger than any you've seen." A boy giggled. "Can I pet it?" "Only if it allows you," Abu Nawas answered. And so began the greatest performance Baghdad had ever seen. For days, Abu Nawas treated his invisible donkey like royalty. He tethered it outside the mosque, fed it dates, and even brushed its non-existent coat with a golden comb. People mocked him, but deep down, they couldn't stop watching. Was it madness? Was it magic? Or was it something else? One day, a royal advisor brought word to the caliph. "My lord Abu Nawas claims to own an invisible donkey. He parades through the market like a prince." The caliph frowned. "Why would he do this? To be admired, perhaps?" the advisor said. "Or to make us fools?" The caliph summoned Abu Nawas. Abu Nawas entered the palace, walking beside an empty space. "Where is your donkey?" the caliph asked. "Outside, of course," said Abu Nawas. "He doesn't care for marble floors." The court chuckled, but the caliph was not amused. "Abu Nawas," he said, "you insult logic and reason. Bring your donkey to me. I want to see it." "That is difficult," Abu Nawas replied. "He only appears to those who believe." The caliph raised an eyebrow. "And you expect me to believe? I expect you to try." The caliph sighed. "Very well. If you can prove this donkey exists, I shall reward you. If not, you shall be punished." "Then prepare your eyes," Abu Nawas said, "and open your mind." The next day, the entire kingdom was summoned to the royal courtyard. Abu Nawas entered through the gate, holding the reins of nothing. "Behold," he cried, "the steed of the desert, the pride of the sky." Gasps and chuckles rippled through the crowd. He approached the throne. Would the caliph like to ride him? "Enough," the caliph shouted. "This is nonsense." Abu Nawas lowered his voice. "Then let me ask you, my lord, if I were mad, would thousands gather just to watch? If this were foolishness, why does your court lean in closer rather than look away?" Silence fell. Abu Nawas continued, "What I have done is not magic. It is belief. I created nothing, but gave it a name. You filled in the rest." The caliph stood slowly. "So this is a game of the mind. A game we all chose to play," Abu Nawas replied. The caliph looked at the crowd. They weren't mocking, they were waiting for what? They weren't even sure. Then the caliph smiled. "You've fooled the entire kingdom, and in doing so, reminded us all how easily the mind can be led." He waved his hand. "Let him go. Give him a real donkey if he wants." But Abu Nawas shook his head. "I already have the finest one in Baghdad." That day, the city buzzed with more than gossip. It buzzed with curiosity, with wonder. Some swore they saw the donkey's shadow. Others claimed they heard it bray at night. And Abu Nawas, he never claimed it was real. He simply asked, "What do you believe?" Thus, the tale of the invisible donkey became legend. A reminder that sometimes belief is more powerful than truth, and imagination more dangerous than lies. And if one morning you find yourself staring at an empty space and wondering if something's there, perhaps Abu Nawas has passed by, leading his donkey on another journey. For in a world bound by logic, he taught us to see with more than just our eyes, and the kingdom, once fooled, was never the same again.